Have you ever watched a short form video that just felt flat despite having great visuals? Chances are it was missing a crucial element: sound. Sound effects have the power to elevate your videos, evoke emotion, and keep viewers engaged. Now the question is, how do you use them effectively? In this video, we're going to answer that question and give you actionable tips to take your content to the next level. Now, one effective way to maximize engagement is to add sound effects to highlight important points or information. As an example, you can add a subtle pop sound when a new title or graphic appears on the screen. This draws the viewer's attention and keeps them focused. Another example is using a keyboard typing sound when showing an animation of a search box, or insert a sound to emphasize key bullet points. The key here is to keep your sounds consistent throughout the video to create a signature style that viewers will recognize and associate with your content. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can easily do this in Minvo. All right, so once we're in Minvo, we're going to scroll down here. I already have an element here, which is just text on the screen. I'm highlighting the words easy to produce because I really want to emphasize that. And right now, as you can see, easy to produce content. Nothing crazy, it's just text that comes up on the screen. But we can make this better by adding sound effects to it. And to do that, all we have to do is click on the element that we have here. And we have a bunch of different options, but we have sound as well. So we'll click that, and then we'll click add. And now we want maybe like a pop sound to bring that text on the screen. I'm a big fan of this pop 3, and then I'm going to bump this up to 150. So now when we play through this, of your trend-driven, easy-to-produce content, it actually makes that pop sound when it comes on the screen. Another way to boost engagement is by pairing relevant sound effects to your video footage. This will make your content more immersive and engaging. For instance, if you're showing a B-roll clip of an outdoor scene, you can add ambient sounds like birds chirping in the background or leaves rustling to really bring your viewer into that moment. Or maybe you're creating a crafting or DIY process video. You can use tool sounds like sawing or sanding to bring that video to life. So let's hop back into Minvo and take a look at this example. Okay, so here I've inserted B-roll, and all this is a person typing on a keyboard right here. So to give that feel like you're actually there in the moment, we're going to add sounds of a keyboard typing. And just like the last example we looked at, we can click on the B-roll, and we can add sound here, click add. And now I'm just going to type in keyboard typing. We have all kinds of keyboard sounds here. Okay, so I like this one. We're going to add this in here. And then I'm going to actually extend this out for the duration of the clip here. So now when we play through this, the key is to experiment and see what works best for your unique style and audience. It may seem subtle, but it'll make a huge difference in your videos, which is another point that I want to bring up. In the last sound effect, we boosted up the sound so that pop was really prevalent and you could definitely hear it. Now you might have noticed that I didn't adjust the sound levels on this particular clip. When adding more prolonged sound effects to your content, it's best to keep that sound effect volume low so you don't drown out the actual voice that's speaking over top of it. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, smash that like button for me real quick. Now the last one we're going to look at is using sound effects to create seamless transitions between clips. And one way to do this is to add a whoosh sound that overlaps the clips and bridges them together. So we're going to head back into Minvo one more time to add transition sounds. So you can see here I have two different clips. One, I'm going from here to my talking head. And in this clip, there's actually some effects added onto it as well. And we want to add sound to this to make a clean transition from one scene to the next. Now clicking on the clip here isn't going to bring up the sound effects. So what we actually want to do is scroll down a little bit and right click in this empty space. And we'll click insert sound. And now we have access to that entire sound library. And we're just going to put in a short swoosh. Now we can line that up just a little bit. All right, let's take a listen and see how that sounds. Popular songs from their libraries. When you hop on a trending audio, that sounds pretty good. Depending on your sound effect, you may need to play around a little bit with where that sound effect actually comes in at. Some might start right at the beginning of the clip here. As you can see for this sound effect, I had to start it just slightly before the actual clip itself in order to get that to line up. But now that we have it lined up, libraries. When you hop, it flows pretty smoothly. So there you have it, 3 powerful ways to use sound to maximize engagement in your videos. Remember, the key here is to use sounds that thoughtfully complement your visuals, emphasize your message, and bring out a desired emotional response. Start experimenting with these techniques in your next video and see how your audience responds. And probably most importantly, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any other helpful videos like this.